He said, though these three men were in the earth, Noah, Job, and Daniel,
they should deliver but their own souls.
They should deliver but their own souls.
By their righteousness.
By their righteousness.
Saith Yahweh Elohim. If I cause noisome beasts.
I cause noisome beasts.
To pass through the land, and they spoil it, so that it be desolate, that no man may pass through because of the beast. Though these three men were in it, as I live, saith Yahweh Elohim.
In other words, he lived, right? He said, as I live, is he dead yet? No wonder Christians and the people said years ago God is dead. Well, they thought that he died and his son is ruling now, and the things that he says are now void, and now we got somebody's coming to die for their sins. But here Yahweh says, as I live it, said Yahweh,
they shall deliver.
They shall deliver.
Neither son.
Neither they can't deliver their own son, let alone you and me.
Nor daughters.
Daniel, Job, and who?
Noah.
Noah cannot deliver who? Their own soul, their own sons, nor their what?
Daughters.
Nor their daughters. They can't deliver their own sons and daughters, let alone you. They can't pray for them and deliver them. And y'all keep saying, as I live it.
They only shall be delivered.
They only. Now, Christians would like to think and want us to think that Yahweh was just lying. He was just really just running off at the mouth. He didn't have nothing else to say but this. But once he had a son, see, he didn't know that he was going to fall in love one day with another man's wife. And that when he fall in love with this man's wife, he was going to have a son. And that he would hate his son so much that he was going to allow his son to die for the world. When he said no man can die for the world, it says he's going to take his only begotten son, that he so loved the world that he took his only begotten son and did what? Sacrifice him to the world. That's what they would want us to believe, that Yahweh really changed. He was a liar. His words go out of his mouth void. He don't mean what he says. But Israel is steadfast. We're here to tell the world he means what he says, and he says what he means. Made another minister in my shop mad the other day. I'm just chasing them out like flies and starving to death around there. I want to learn to keep my mouth shut one day, but I'm trying to talk about the glory of Yah, and he brought up JC and told me what Paul said. And I looked at him, and I'll tell you what I told him. I'm going to let you read it. Go to the book of Job. And this hurt him. I thought he would love it because it's in words in the Bible. It ain't nothing I made up. But that really hurt him when I brought out what Job said. We go to Job 38. I want y'all all to get it. As I started working, I heard him talking by Paul against the words of Yah, and I made this statement. Everybody got it? What does that second verse say? I want y'all to read that together. What it say?
Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge?
Who is this that darkens counsel with words without knowledge? Do you understand? And then I took him to Proverbs, or should I say Job, and quote something else out of the book of Job. And this I use quite often. Let's go to Job 40. Because y'all asked the question, to Job and to mankind. Here's the question that Yah asks. You have it? Read that 8th verse. What does it say?
Wilt thou also disannul my judgment?
Wilt thou also disannul my judgment?
Wilt thou condemn me?
Will you condemn me?
That thou mayest be righteous?
That you can be righteous? How often have we heard people go make Yah out of a lie so they can be the truth? And even Paul know better than that. He said, let every man be a liar, but let God be the truth. And then the Creator asks, what does he ask again?
Wilt thou also disannul my judgment?
Wilt thou disannul my judgment?
Wilt thou condemn me?
Will you condemn me that thou mayest be righteous? You going to be righteous at my account? You going to make Paul right at my account? You going to make me look like a fool in order for you to look good in this shop? No. No. We cut him to pieces. Well, I lost another customer, but I had a good time doing it, but you understand, I'm starving to death, so here we go. Let's get back to where we were at before. But sometimes when Yah is speaking to you, and he's speaking with stammering lips and another tongue to this people, he's going to say some things you might even not want to say. But you never should have said you wanted to be his spokesman. Because when he speaks, his word burns like fire. It hurts people. Where were we at in the beginning?
Ezekiel 14 or Isaiah 52.
It's Ezekiel 14. Let's finish reading.
Verse 17. Or if I bring a sword upon that
If
land,
I bring a sword upon the land,
and say sword,
go
through the land,
go through this land.
so that I cut off man and
In other
beast.
words, he sent another army through the land. And he gave the army the directives to go through the land and slay.
Cut off man and beast.
And the
from
sword
it.
cut off mans and beasts.
Though these 3 men were in it,
Then the Creator repeats, why is he being so redundant? Why does it keep repeating itself? Is he trying to drive a point home? He already read about Job and Noah and Daniel, but here he repeats it again. The what?
these 3 men
These 3 men. Talking about one man, he named about 3 of the most righteous men in the Bible and put them together for you. And said, though these 3 men
were in it,
as
I live, saith
I live,
saith Yahweh Elohim, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters, but they only shall be delivered themselves. Or if I send a pestilence into that land, and poured out my fury upon it in blood, to cut off from it man and beast. Though Noah, Daniel, and Job were in it, as I live, saith Yahweh Elohim, they shall deliver neither son
nor
daughter. They shall but deliver their own souls by their righteousness.
Yah wants to be redundant. I don't want to be redundant. You don't just keep letting you read the same thing over. Because he's trying to get a point. I could have had you read it once and you understood it, but he's got it continuously repeating the same things. He's been redundant here. Keep reading.
For thus saith Yahweh.
Thus said Yahweh.
How much more when I send my 4 sword judgments?
4 sword judgments. All 4 of them together now.
Upon Jerusalem.
What's the 4 judgments?
The sword.
And
the famine.
And
the noisome beast.
The noisome beast.
And the pestilence.
And disease.
To cut off from it man and beast.
And cut off from the earth man and beast.
Yet behold.
Their
end shall be left a remnant.
And that's you he's talking about. Their end shall be left a remnant. Should I say that some of y'all he's speaking out?
That shall be brought forth.
That shall escape the calamity. That should escape the annihilation. That should escape the wrath of Yah. should escape this plague.